Hey guys, this is Miles. This is how to play diplomacy on Backstabbr. That's the website I'm using. So we're going to do new sandbox. This is what you should do. Just mess around in it. You'll figure it out, even without this video. If you just go mess around that for 20 minutes, you'll figure it out. But this is just me explaining it to you, in case you missed anything. So you can move your army. You can move it one tile at a time, and you submit orders all at once. Every order, you do, like, you can tell them to move this one into the ocean, move this one over here, and then they do that all at once. All the players' actions will happen all at once when they all submit theirs. Triangles, those are fleets. Circles are armies. Each color is a different country, and these squares that you see are command centers that are occupied by those countries. And I have the setting on so that any command centers occupied by a country, the tile that they're in will also be that country's color. And there are 3 seasons. There's spring, autumn, and winter. Each winter, the game checks what provinces are controlled by who. So basically, you'll keep the same command centers unless they say there's an enemy in your command center. So we're going to say the Austrian person moves out because, oh, we want to attack Venice. But then the Italians are smart. They move into Vienna because they expect that. Now let's submit the order. The Austrians move into Tyrolia, and the Italians move into Vienna. But it's fall, so it stays red. Now the Italians order them to hold, and the Austrians misclick and they go into Piedmont. And another thing that happens here, France decides, oh, we want to go for Venice, so they're going to move into Piedmont. So now these two, they don't know it, but they're moving into Piedmont. What happens then? Nothing. They both try to get in, to cram into the same place, but they kind of bounce off. There can't be more than one army in the same place, even if it's your own army. Enemy army or your own army, they can't be in the same tile. And so now Austria's mad. They want to take back Vienna. Because now it's okay, it's winter right now. Winter, it's when they took it over. It's now Italy's. And for each command center that you have, you get one army or fleet. And so over here on this menu, Italy's going to add an army. And Austria, they lost a command center, so they have to lose an army or fleet. They're going to lose the fleet at Trieste. So we're going to submit orders, and then that happens. There are no moves that you can order during winter. Now, Austria, we have them at Budapest. They're going to attack at Vienna, and Austria also wants to. Let's see what happens when they attack with one troop, one unit at Vienna. Nothing. It's a 1 versus 1, and in a 1 versus 1, the status quo stays. In a 3 versus 3, the status quo stays. If there's 3 different factions trying to move into the same tile, let's do that. 3 different armies trying to move into the same tile. Could be from the same faction, actually. These 3 trying to move into the same tile. What happens? Bonk, they stay in the same spot. Okay? Say Austria messes up. They decide to try to move their armies into the same tile. What happens? Nothing. You can't move them into the same tile. They bounce off of each other. They're too big. So, Austria, how do they take this tile out? If these guys both moving in, let's say these guys both try to move in, that doesn't do it. They both bounce off. It's 2 separate one-person attacks. That one army attacks. It doesn't do anything. And also, at the same time that they're bouncing off this guy, they're bouncing off each other, so that wouldn't even work without the guy. So what they have to do is they have to do what's called a support order. So this guy, he's going to move. This is the one that Central Command has decided is going to take back Vienna. Now the one in Budapest has to support. So they're going to do support the Austrian army at Tyrolia. You click on the one you're supporting, and then you click where it's attacking. So now it will draw this line kind of to the army and then to where it's attacking. And we'll say submit order. Now, this is Italy's screen. We've just lost a battle, it says right here. It's in weird abbreviations, but you basically get the gist of it. You lost the battle and you have to retreat. So we're just going to retreat to Galicia, which is right here. And so we're going to submit the order. This is a this is not a season. It's just a like reaction. And now, since it's fall, this tile doesn't come under the control of Austria. Now, France is just going to move this guy over into Picardy. So we're going to click him, click move, and then separately click Picardy. And then we're going to submit the orders. Everyone else, the default order is a hold order. So if you don't tell your army or fleet to do anything, they hold. Britain is going to move their fleet. Oh, it's winter. I just forget when it's winter. Now, Austria gets to build an army, and Italy has to lose an army. Now, the British are going to deploy their fleet. The French could try to deploy their fleet to the English Channel, but they'd bounce off each other, just like how the armies did. And the French are also going to test something out. They're going to try and move an army and a navy on the same tile. It doesn't work. The same thing applies, but you can't move... unlike an army, you can't move a navy onto inland. They can only be docked. They just get stuck. So now, say the president of Britain wants to invite the prime minister of France over for some tea. So the English you can actually convoy and support any country other than your own, like, as well. You can convoy your own country or someone else's country. So what you have to do is that country says orders the army to move to London. Well, the army can't just move to London. That's over water. That won't work. So what you have to do is order your fleet to convoy that army. You have to click the army you're convoying and clicking where it's going. This is much like the support order, basically the same gist as the support order. And you submit the orders and it goes through. Now we have a French army on a British fleet. On a British supply center. And so that basically gives you the entire gist of the game. And also, these white circles are also command centers. If you move over and take one of the white circles, you'll gain one and nobody else will lose one. Those are unclaimed command centers. Now it's winter, we get to keep or disband armies and create armies and fleets. Alright, I hope you figured it out. Go onto the sandbox linked in this video description. And just mess around, figure out the controls and stuff. Basically how you do it. And yeah, thanks for watching the whole thing and figuring it out.